Howdy friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Luke, and today we got a plant supply haul, so stay tuned for more. You may notice over here my fiddly fig is missing. That's because it got spider mites. Yes, I actually just posted this morning a picture of my alocasia that got spider mites, so it's like, oh, thankfully it didn't spread to anything else because I had checked everything like a couple weeks ago and they were kind of separated, so I didn't think it'd get over there. But yes, sure enough, my 2 ficus also got spider mites, which I've heard kind of attract spider mites. I'm still looking through the other plants. I'm going to spray all the ones in this vicinity. Maybe I'll spray everything. We'll see how much time I have. But I'm definitely going to spray all the ones over here, or kind of like over there where it was. Hence why this is a little blown out. I apologize about the bright spot in the back. Anywho. Alright, so first up is I went to a local hydro store over in like the Mission Beach, not actually Mission Beach, the greater Mission Bay area. It's part of San Diego here, called Grow Generation, I think. I needed net pots and also I needed different fertilizer. So I showed in my last video, I got Fox Farm nutrients. But when I went to go use them, I realized I got the wrong ones. I meant to get the hydroponic one, but I got the regular soil one. So if anyone is looking for 2 Fox Farm nutrients for soil, let me know. Maybe we can trade something. So first I got this. This is the Fox Farm Grow Big for hydroponic plant usage. So as I mentioned in the last video, I have used Fox Farm before. And generally I like their stuff, but I didn't realize that the other one I couldn't use. I mean, you probably can use it, but I saw this while I was at the hydro store, so I was like, well, I might as well get this. I can still use one of the other ones hydroponically, but there's just 2 that are more for soil. Or maybe I'll keep them and use them for some of my soil plants. I don't know. We'll see. That was the first thing I picked up. And I got a bunch of net pots. These are 6-inch net pots here. I have a couple larger plants that I need to transfer to LECA. Specifically like this guy back here. I'm going to transfer him at some point. But because he's long and tendrily, I've heard it can be challenging. So I figured I'll get a deeper, bigger net pot so I can kind of put it in. With LECA, it's kind of the same with soil. You don't want to go too big, but that is a pretty big pot now. So I imagine the root ball is a decent size. So should be okay. I also got some of these like 4-inch net pots. Currently, I was just using the nursery pot that they came in. So like in my Raffy here, I just used the nursery pot and then put it in this kind of cash pot here. But I wanted to get actual net pots that fit the smaller IKEA cash pots. So I picked these up while I was at the grocery store as well. And that liaisons perfectly into the next thing I got was some IKEA cash pots. So as you saw on that other plant, I've had a couple of the smaller ones for some time now, maybe a couple weeks, but I had to get some larger ones. I didn't even realize IKEA sold ones this size, because I guess I was looking for them before, and in my mind, they didn't have them. When I was strolling around picking up some other stuff, I realized they did have ones that fit this size. So all in all, it worked out pretty well. And those net pots fit perfectly into the smaller cash posts. So that was a win-win. I was really excited about that because it was kind of like a blind. I mean, a little blind. Each pots are a little bit of different sizes depending on where they're from. Like they say they're like a 4-inch pot, but it kind of varies sometimes. So I know, hope and a dream, it all worked out. Hope and a dream, cash po, hope and a dream. I'm losing it, friends. Losing it. So next up is the real reason I went to IKEA. Well, one of 2 reasons, I guess. But that's a colander. I'm currently using my like regular pasta strainer, but if I want to make pasta, it's a messy situation right now. So I wanted to get a dedicated like plant strainer, if you will. But I just picked up a little one that's be a good size to fit inside a pot and hold a bunch of LECA. Next up is the reason 2 of 2 I went to IKEA is boring but useful, these extension cords. So they're pretty long, 3.6 meters, so that's like 10 feet or so, more than 10 feet. So pretty long, right? Yeah. So I've used them for like lights. I got a grow light that I put up there just with like a simple clamp, but I used one of these to kind of run from my plug up to that plug. So they're handy for stuff like that, but yeah, and they're cheap. They're like $3. So I got 2. So while I was looking for the extension cords, naturally I was in that area of extension cords, and the other ones they have aren't so great. Like they have kind of the regular like the ones used for a computer, but the cord is really short. I don't have any handy right now. They're all in use. But the cord is really short. It's only like 1.5 feet or something, or maybe 2 feet. I don't know. It's short. And they're really stiff, so they kind of like have a tendency to flip upside down and just aren't great. So I was like, I kind of needed something with a ground in it, just in case if I have, you know, to plug something in that has that kind of plug. So while I was in that area, I stumbled upon this, which is also an extension cord, but as you can see, it has four ports, or what would you call that? Outlets? Sockets. 4 sockets that have the ground as well. And the cord is like much longer. It's 3 meters, which is 9 feet-ish, give or take, right? I figured this will be good for like more heavy duty stuff, whether I need to have power outside, like if I'm working outside, need to power something back there, or if I have just larger plugs that I need, like if I need to set up lighting, like more intense lighting. So I just figured it'd be good to have around. I have some ideas of how I'm going to use it, but I haven't fully figured it out yet. So I just figured it'd come in handy, and I was already at IKEA, so I grabbed it. So the next item, I wasn't even expecting them to have, because I feel like I've looked online, or I've looked around while I'm there, and I've also looked online, and I never quite found what I was looking for, but I was in the lighting area looking for... I was kind of looking for this in the lighting area and just kind of browsing to see maybe they'll have something that fits my needs. And I stumbled upon this, which I know it's not much of a looker in the box, but basically it's just a socket on a long cord, a long white cord. So, and it holds up to 75 watts. So I could put a grow bulb in this and kind of hang it from the ceiling. It would be kind of like a DIY Soltech Solution grow light for significantly cheaper, because their grow lights are, while beautiful, a little expensive for me right now. This one comes with a bulb. It's just like a little bulb, so I might just hang it. I already have one up here, so I might hang it somewhere over there. I don't really know yet. I still haven't fully figured out how I will affix it to the wall and or ceiling, but yeah, I'll figure that out at some point. And the last thing from IKEA is one of these just IKEA stools, Marius stools. So they typically are $6.99, but they were on sale for $5.99. And basically, I'm gonna use it like a plant stand. Plant stands are oddly expensive. Like I have one, it's just like a thin 3-legged metal, probably like aluminum plant stand. I got it from Home Depot, and it was like $17.99, like a little expensive, and it doesn't feel that sturdy. Like I don't think I'd be able to sit on it. But where the IKEA one, while it's a slightly less aesthetically pleasing, I mean, I did get black, so if you have a big enough plant, you probably can't even see the top of it. But obviously it's made for people to sit on, and people are typically heavier than plants. So I figure it should be more secure, and like a third the cost. I don't know math, but somewhere between a third and a half the cost of a plant stand from Home Depot, and potentially double the durability. So I think that's a win. So I got it while I was there, and it was on sale. Win-win today. Net pots fit the cash pose, plant stand on sale, winning all around. Just making sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, last but certainly not least is this Hoya Australis here. I got this at Home Depot. It was $12.98. I think that's a reasonable price considering my pubicalix. Is that how you say it? People say pubicalix, which I just don't like the pubes. So I'm gonna say pubicalix. I'm gonna say that. Inventing Latin here. My pubicalix that I have was like $26, and that's about as like basic as one of these, I would say. They're like kind of in the same realm of Hoya, and this is about the same size and it has a ton of new growth, so I figured that's a good price. You know, I wasn't really on the hunt for an Australis, but you know, it had some nice kind of growth coming in here. It has all these vines up here like growing all the way up to the top, so I mean, I figured why not. There were a few more, but they were much shorter, like maybe just kind of like to here, but this one just had like a ton of little tendrils coming up, or vines, I guess you should say. My hat, you slip it off here. Come on, hat. It's a new hat. Gotta stretch it out, my big old noggin. Come on, hat. Don't let me down now. Oh, your roots are just busted out here. Look at that, got roots busted out. Well, I was thinking about transplanting to LECA. I want to. I'm trying to do most of my plants that way. But I haven't figured out how to do like a hanging plant in LECA situation. I'm sure if I got like a macrame hanger, I could probably do it. I don't know anything about macrame. I know Nick Pileggi, however you say his name, did like a simple macrame tutorial or something. But that would involve me like having to go and get macrame and then like actually make it. I'm just not like crafty like that, I don't think. So maybe I'll have to try to find one and transfer it into like a cashpo and do a macrame with the cashpo. And then, yeah, that could work. I don't know. Looks like I have some research to do. What a nice little find, I think. I don't want to crush your roots now. Your poor little rooties. I mean, part of me doesn't really want to transplant it because it's so attached to the hanger thing. So I don't know, I'll figure it out. Cool little plant addition, so I gotta add that one to Planta. Not sponsored. I actually do use Planta. I think I've mentioned it in another video. I use this app called Planta to track my plants. I don't follow the watering schedule, especially now that a lot of my plants are leca. I just use it to kind of catalog them and kind of take notes on how they're doing, that sort of thing. Yeah, new plant friend. Well, friends, that's all we got today. That's all we got in this little plant haul video. Where do you get your plant supplies? Do you kind of go to a menagerie of places, or do you typically get everything on Amazon? You know, what's kind of your strategy? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked what you saw today, please give it a huge thumbs up. Subscribe with the notifications on so you stay in the loop when I post new videos. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you real soon.